All right, your warm-up today, what do we notice? It's an equilateral triangle. So since it's an equilateral triangle, all my angles are the same. You can draw arches. And what have we said the last couple days when all your angles are the same? What are they? 60. And then don't forget your degree sign. 60 degrees. And that is your answer. Put up your warm-ups, please, and get out your notes. All right, what we are going to be doing is something called the triangle inequality theorem. And what the triangle inequality theorem states is in a triangle, the sum, what does sum mean? Adding of the two smaller sides must be greater or bigger than the biggest side. So please fill in those blanks. I'm going to give you all a minute to fill that in. Please fill in those blanks. In a triangle, the sum of the smaller side must be greater than the biggest side. And I'll explain what that means. The sum of the two smaller sides must be greater than the biggest side. Over here, when I was trying to make a triangle, do you agree that we made a triangle right here? It works. Okay. Did I make a triangle right here? No. Do you agree this bottom one right here is my biggest side from here to here? And do you agree I have a small side right here and a small side right here? Okay. Now, let me see if this does it right. Okay. Can I do it without connecting them? Why are they connected like that? Never mind. It's not going to work with me. Do you agree if I laid this pencil right here flat down and I laid this flat down right here and I put them together, they would be smaller than this long side right here? That is why this does not make a triangle, because my two smaller sides, when I put them together, are not bigger than this biggest side. So the way that we are going to do this in our notes is we're going to figure out, is a triangle possible or impossible to do? The first thing you need to do is decide what is your biggest side. So on A, what's my biggest side here? A. Box it. What are my two smaller sides then? 7. And what am I going to do to 3 and 7? What does it tell me to do right here? Sum means what? Add. So I am going to add them. What is 3 plus 7? 10. Is 10 bigger than 8? Is 10 bigger than 8? Sorry. You're good. So that means, I want you to box this word. That means it is possible to make this triangle. And that's how you do this. Let's do another one. What about letter C right here? What is my biggest side? Box it. So what am I going to do now? 3 and 6. Add 3 plus 6. What is 3 plus 6? Is 9 bigger than 10? No. So since it's not, it is impossible. I want you to do the next two on your own. Go. Yes. If it equals the same, that's a good question. If it equals the same, is it bigger? No. It has to be bigger than it. It cannot equal the same. Good question. So for B, what's my biggest side here? 9. So what am I going to do?
5 plus 4.
5 plus 4 equals, is 9 bigger than 9? No. They are the same. They cannot be the same. Because think about it. If they're the same, are you going to be able to get a little peek on it? No. Ooh, this last one. What do I do? What's the biggest side? 20. Does it matter that 2 of them are the same? It doesn't. I'm going to add my 2 smaller sides. What is 15 plus 15? Is that bigger than 20? Yes, it works. What you are now going to do for 5 minutes is I want you to complete the front of this worksheet. You are doing the same thing. I'm going to take this for a grade. We are not, oh, let me wait till I get on. All right, I'm going to give you probably less than 5 minutes, but about 5 minutes to do this. We are not done with the notes. We still have some more, but I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I would like you to do the front, 1 through 6, please. Please do 1 through 6. Yes. Do 1 through 6, please. If you can pause this video and let them work for 5 minutes and then play it again. All right, hopefully you had enough time to finish all of the 6 problems. Now I want you to, oh, can I see those notes, please? Now I want you to turn your paper over. So that was the first lesson of today. We're done. Can you determine if it's a triangle or not? Yes or no? Do you feel like you could take a quiz on that?
No.
Can you determine if it's a triangle or not?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Turn your paper over. Now we're going to talk about ordering sides and angles of triangles. So, big thing I need you to know is that when you are ordering sides and angles, if 2 angles of a triangle are not congruent, so it can't be isosceles, then the longest side would be opposite the largest angle. The biggest reason people get this wrong is they do not know the difference between an angle and a side, or they get them mixed up. So please make sure, I want you to box what you're looking for. What does it tell us to list on example 1? So I need an angle, and an angle on all 3 of these. Mm-hmm. So what does it tell us to do from
A to B to C, I think.
Well, let's go over it. From greatest to least. What is the greatest side here? What's the biggest side?
38.
38 is my biggest side. What is opposite of that 38? No. Letter. What angle? C is my greatest angle. Heads up, write this down. Let's do that again. Do you agree 38 is the biggest number here? So what is opposite that is C. What's the next biggest number? 35 is the next biggest number. What letter is across from 35? A is my next biggest angle? What is the smallest angle? What's the smallest number here? 20, which is angle B. I want you to do example 2 now. Go. Stay with me. I know this isn't the most exciting, but you got this. Stay with me. Write this down, please. DJ, write it down. Marco, write it down. You ask me? Huh? Did you ever this? Yes. All right. What is this time? What is it? Did you read what it's asking for though? Angles. So I'm going to put an angle and it's smallest to biggest. So what's my smallest number here? 15 is the smallest. What's across from 15? E is the smallest angle. Is that what you got? What's the next smallest? 17 across from 17 is D. And then what's the biggest? G. Does this make sense? Kind of. All right, now we're going to switch gears. What are these next questions asking for, though? These say sides. Everybody, box this word sides. If it says sides, you are going to need a line on top. If you see the word sides, I expect a line up top. And you're going to be using 2 letters. Can you get the door, please? No? Oh, yep. Yes. Which one? Yes. All right. Ooh, we got to do a little bit of extra work here on this one. How do I know all 3 angles? Y'all look up here. How do I know all 3 angles? But I don't know all 3. I only have 2. I got to add them together. So what is 63 plus 38?
I think like
Let's go to Desmos. 63 plus 38 is 101. Is that my answer? What am I going to do now? Minus, how much should a triangle add up to? So what is 180? So I added here, minus 101. 79 degrees. So this right here is 79 degrees. Okay, what does it want me to do here? Shortest to longest. Well, for angles, you are going to take the smallest angle if you want the shortest. I mean, for sides. So take the smallest angle. What is the smallest number here? So circle 38 and be careful. What is across from 38? Okay, it's a whole side. What side is that? AB. It's basically the letter that, it's not the letter that you're at. But go across, it's both of those. All right, what's the next smallest? 63. What is across from 63? The whole side. BC. And then what would be the last side? AC. That would be the longest. What questions can I answer? Because that one was a little bit more complicated. I want you to do example 4. Go. You do example 4. How do you find that missing angle? Did y'all get 120 when y'all added them? And then what did you do? Subtract from 180. What is 180 minus 120? 60 degrees. So this right here is 60 degrees. Now, first thing you need to do is look at what it's asking for. What is this asking for? Well, first it's asking for, so what do all your answers need? Lines up top. Then it's asking for longest to shortest. So if it's asking for longest first, what's my biggest angle here? What number? So what is across from the 68? XZ. What's the next biggest number? 60. What's across from the 60? Does everybody see where I'm getting these letters from? And last but not least, what do we got? XY. XY. That is how you order these. You need to look at the numbers and then make sure you're paying attention if it's greatest to least or least to greatest. That's the other thing. People don't pay attention. If it's longest, you need to start off with the biggest number. How'd you write it? Oh, okay. So just fix it. Make sure it looks like that. Oh, you want a new paper? Here. I'm going to do this. Give it to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All righty. If you can please get some glue. We are going to glue. I think this is going to be, before you get glue, hold on. What I want you to do right here on this side is create a flap. Create a flap, and you are going to glue right here. Create a flap, and you are going to glue right here. And we are going to glue this for my class on page. Yes. Oh, give me a second and I'll do it. We are going to glue this on page 25. Page 25. This is going to be called Triangle Inequality and Ordering. Can you pass out a glue to every group for me? Triangle Inequality and Ordering. And if you can just glue this down, you have the next 20 minutes, which hopefully it won't take that long, but you have the next 20 minutes to finish this worksheet and turn it in. It is for a grade. We've already done 1 through 6. You should be able to do the rest of this. Hey, y'all, can y'all look up right here? It wants you to order them. You know how on our worksheet we had 3 blanks? You're just going to put a comma between them. So angle something, and angle something. Just put a comma between them. Okay? All right, you have the rest of the class period to finish this. You can work together. You can work by yourself. Regardless, you need to be working. Go. Mm-hmm.